Hey lovies, thank you so much for tuning back in for another hair commentary video. Today in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a TikTok video of a mom who was charged a non-compliance fee because she decided to stay with her daughter at the salon, and parents are not allowed to stay with their children. So let's just jump straight into this video.
So I was charged a non-compliance fee when I took my daughter to her hair appointment today. Let's talk about it. And to be clear and fair, I knew that this fee existed before I went there. So basically, my daughter is 6 years old. She has her kindergarten graduation on Monday. And so I really wanted her to get her natural hair done. Her hair is usually in braids. So this particular salon came very highly recommended. Okay, perfect. So I book an appointment, and at the end, when you're checking out, it says, in our experience, our little ones do a whole lot better when their parents aren't here. So we ask that parents don't stay. And if you stay, there is a fee. However, my daughter is 6 and she's never met these people before. They don't know her either. I can't leave her there. I'm not going to leave my kid there. So anyway, I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I'll pay a fee. So we get there. And they were kind of late getting to us, which was a little annoying, but it is what it is. So I had gone out to the car to get the charger for my daughter's iPad. And when I came back, the stylist kind of stopped me at the door and was like, parents aren't supposed to stay. And I was like, I'm staying. I saw that there was a fee online. And so she looked at this other stylist and was like, is there a fee? And she says, yes, it's a $25 non-compliance fee. Okay, I'll pay it because I'm not going to leave my child here by herself. She's 6. Okay, so anyway, and let me also be clear. My daughter has been getting her hair done at a salon since she was 3 years old. Okay. Her behaving well in the salon was not an issue for me. I just didn't know these people. Okay, so now that that's out the way. Anyway, so they do her hair, whatever, we get done, and I asked the lady how much is it. She says it's $70. I say okay, but as I'm putting it in Zelle, the other stylist was like, hey, did you put that fee on there? And she's like, oh, no, I didn't do that. So she goes to show her how to do it. So she comes back and she says, we're going to do the $45 first. And I said, okay, what's the $45 for? And she says, oh, it's that non-compliance fee. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was $25. She was like, well, she said 25, but she didn't know what she was talking about. Whatever. Okay, I'll pay it. So remember, she told me that it was $70. So I'm like, okay. Once we pay the 45, she says, I forgot to add your trim on there. Okay, no problem. Then she says 105. You telling me a trim costs $35? What? I've already paid $45 for being non-compliant. And now I'm being charged an additional $35. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that you have to pay for a trim. My trims don't even cost $35. So I was just like, you know what, you guys? Thank you so much. I paid a little money, but I'm never going back to that studio. So if you have a recommendation for a good child stylist in the DFW area who does natural hair, please let me know. Thank you.
So I found out today that there was a lady on this app who was charged a non-compliance fee because parents weren't allowed at her 5 or 6 year old daughter's hair appointment. Parents aren't allowed there. What in the fuck type of weird shit is that? Are y'all taking y'all children to shops and people's houses that you don't like personally know and just dropping them off? Is that a real thing? Perfect question. Is that a real thing? No, it is not. Okay. I don't think anybody should be leaving their children with strangers who they do not know. Okay. There is no way that I would take my 4-year-old or my 9-year-old to a salon to get her hair done and then leave my child there. So kudos to this mother who decided to actually go ahead and pay the non-compliance fee, because I definitely would have paid the non-compliance fee. There's no way you're going to tell me that I have to leave my child there with you, because children tend to act up when their parents is around. Yeah, children do act up when their parents are around, and those children are the children who the parents don't know how to control.
Okay? You have children who will indeed act up when the parent is around, but you also have children who will also act up when the parents are not around. So what do you do in that case? When you have a child who don't want to sit down, or you have a child that's constantly crying and screaming and wiggling in the chair and moving their head around, what do you do then? Do you forcefully make them sit down? Do you pull their hair and, tug on their hair harshly to make them keep their head still? Why would you want to have the parents leave when you have a child there that is so young of an age? The little girl was 6 years old. What happens if that little girl has to go to the bathroom? Who's going to usher her to the bathroom? What happens if she gets in the bathroom and she has trouble with unbuckling her pants? Who's going to come in there and unbuckle her pants? The stylist? Who's going to make sure she properly cleans herself in the bathroom? The stylist? The child is in a salon. There's so many hazardous things in the salon. It has a lot to do with safety too. You have hot tools in the salon. You have chemicals in the salon. Anything is liable of happening. So I find that kind of suspicious for them to want to charge you a non-compliance fee for you wanting to stick around while your child is getting their hair done. That sounds very suspicious to me. There's no way I would ever leave my kid alone with a stranger. I don't care who it is. And some parents actually leave their children with snacks and stuff like that. Are these stylists CPR certified? Do they even know how to do the Heimlich maneuver? If a child starts choking on a little chip or a little cookie or something that the mother left them there with to keep them content while they're gone, and those kids start choking, are these people certified in CPR? I mean, there's so many different factors and so many different things that could take place with this that it just blows my mind for a parent to really think that that's okay. I'm going to show you guys another video, and I'm telling you, this just takes the cake. This just takes the cake, y'all. I hope y'all ready. Look at this.
I don't know if y'all seen this video that's going on TikTok. This lady, she was talking about how you supposed to watch your kids and you can't trust your kids with everybody. So my best friend saw me the video, and the lady was talking about how the neighbors below them had already left, like they had moved out or whatever. So they had these new neighbors, and so they end up going upstairs because they had saw that she had a son. So she goes upstairs and say, hey, my son is having a birthday party this weekend. I know that your son is the same age as my son, and I would love for you guys to come. So she said, oh, okay, we'll definitely, come on. She said, we're new to the area, so we don't know anybody, so we're trying to make friends. This is what the new neighbors are saying downstairs. So the lady was like, okay. So what happened is they start hearing the music, I guess that Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, they start hearing the music, and so they end up coming upstairs and knocked on the door and say, hey, we just let you know that the party is going on. She said, yeah, I heard the music downstairs. And she was like, so are you guys ready to come? And she said, well, no, I'm still cleaning up, plus I'm waiting for my husband. She said, well, you can come downstairs, have your son come downstairs so he can already start making friends, and when you're finished cleaning, come downstairs and join us. So she thought about it. She said, you know what, why not? My son is already ready to go down there, ready to have fun. So she said, okay, we'll be down there shortly. So she decided to go downstairs after her son had been down there for a while. She knocks on the door. Nobody comes to the door, but she still hear the music. So she said maybe her son is like having a good time, enjoying everything. So she comes back upstairs, and after she does that, her husband comes home. He said, hey, where's my son? He's like, he's downstairs. He was like, are you ready to go? She's like, yes, I was just waiting for you. So they go downstairs, they knock on the door, they hear the music, but nobody answers the door. So the husband's like, something's not right. It should have been the mom, but anyway, they call the police. The police come, knock on the door, goes in because nobody answered. And then what ended up happening, they go to the back room, y'all. They open up the door and find her son unalive. They had took all his organs out, and they don't even know who these neighbors were. My thing is, you have to be careful who you trust with your kids. I don't even have kids, and guess what? You can't take my child nowhere. If I don't know you personally, you're not going to take my child. Even family members, sorry to say, it's some family members I would not leave a kid with in my family because something's not right. Women have an intuition, and you need to listen to that. I don't give a damn what they want to do. If it's my kid, you're not going. Call me mean, call me whatever, but you won't call my child unalive, because I'm going to make sure they're safe at all costs. So my message to you is, please stop trusting everybody with your kid.
And that's my advice to you too. Do not trust people with your kids, no matter who they are. People cannot be trusted. If you have to pay that extra fee, pay that extra fee, or say, you know what? I'm going to be taking my daughter to another salon. I would like to cancel this appointment and move on with your life. Because it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay? So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Go ahead, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Give the video a thumbs up. Turn on your notification bell. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think about this video. Would you have paid the non-compliance fee? Would you have left your child there and just left them with a iPad where you could FaceTime them to see what they're doing and how everything is going? Y'all just drop down in the comment section and let me know what y'all would have done. But y'all already know where I stand with this one, okay? So thank you so much for watching once again. Have a blessed day. Bye.